All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe for a video on cryptocurrency every day. My name's Austin. Good day. Cryptocurrency is going mainstream. Today we talk about the latest news involving Bitcoin, involving non-fungible tokens, involving PancakeSwap versus Ethereum, as well as the latest news in altcoins. So, like always, check the timestamps down below in the video description. And let's start with breaking news from major corporation NEXON. NEXON has just joined Tesla in a Bitcoin bet with a $100 million purchase. This is major for two reasons. Number one, absolutely this helps legitimize the space. NEXON isn't dumb. NEXON is smart money. And number two, it's pretty obvious as the dominoes continue to fall, the FOMO is kicking in at an institutional level. The online game provider acquired 1,717 Bitcoins at an average price of about $58,000 each, including fees and expenses. The purchase represents less than 2% of NEXON's total cash and cash equivalents on hand, and is the largest ever purchase of digital currency made by a company traded in Tokyo. So NEXON is a publicly traded Tokyo tech company, and notice they didn't go all in. They said 2%. We'll try 2% of our corporate treasury and put it into Bitcoin. Now the big question is why? Well, in a direct quote from their CEO, "Our purchase of Bitcoin reflects a disciplined strategy for protecting shareholder value and for maintaining the purchasing power of our cash assets. In the current economic environment, we believe Bitcoin offers long-term stability and liquidity while maintaining the value of our cash for future investments." Interesting. So it is their hedge against the endless money printing we're not only seeing in the US, but in Tokyo, in Japan as well. Give me your thoughts right now down below in the comment section. Just how big is this? But let's keep moving. A lot of news to cover. Next up, big news for corporate giant IBM getting into non-fungible tokens. IBM is turning their corporate patents into NFTs with the help of patent firm IPW. So of course IBM wants verifiable ownership. Legally, that's why you get a patent. But they also want to double down and get verifiable ownership on the blockchain. So what is IPW? IPW is a platform for the world's IP ecosystem, intellectual property ecosystem. Today announced it plans to begin representing corporate patents as non-fungible tokens. Okay, why? Why are non-fungible tokens needed on top of the patent? Well, the tokenization of intellectual property will, per the announcement, help position patents to be easily sold, traded, and commercialized, or otherwise monetized. In other words, turning patents into NFTs makes it easier to have those patents reach the market. Okay, this makes sense to me. And while IBM is the first to tokenize some of their corporate patents as NFTs, I don't think they'll be the last. In a direct quote from the CEO of IPW, "This is expected to benefit not only large enterprises that have significant intellectual property, but it will bring new opportunities to small and medium enterprises and even individual intellectual property owners." So big win for NFTs, big win for IBM, because the NFTs will be stored and shared on the IPW platform hosted by IBM Cloud and powered by the IBM blockchain. A lot to look forward to, because this won't even become commercially available until Q4 of this year, 2021. Give me your thoughts down below in the comment section. And next up, very quick piece of news from ride-sharing platform Lyft. Was just on the mainstream media and was asked directly, "What do you think of Bitcoin? Will you start accepting Bitcoin for Lyft rides?" Watch this.
How are you thinking about Bitcoin as a form of payment, if you're thinking about it at all?
Look, we're open-minded. I would go to our customer. We always want to think about what the customer wants. And long-term, if it's something that our customers, both the driver and rider, feel like is right for them, it's something we will look at.
Okay, very short, very sweet, very interesting. And I know he didn't specifically say we'll be accepting cryptocurrency, but these are the seeds being planted And on this channel, my goal is always to try and keep us ahead of the curve as these announcements come out. And next piece of news for NFT altcoin flow. Sonic the Hedgehog creator Sega is launching their own NFTs, following Ubisoft into the NFT industry. So notice how it's almost a no-brainer for these gaming corporations to get into crypto through non-fungible tokens. Sega, the Tokyo-based developer, is partnering with blockchain startup DoubleJump.Tokyo to create NFTs based around Sega's IP. This was Sega's exact announcement, but what's interesting to me is while they once launched NFTs off Ethereum, they're now moving to the Flow blockchain. The NFT startup recently announced a move away from Ethereum. It will start building projects on the Flow blockchain, which was created by Dapper Labs, the people behind CryptoKitties and NBA Top Shop. And the move was prompted by scaling issues on Ethereum. The company intends to migrate some of its existing games over to Flow to enable them to grow. So what they're essentially saying, and when I say they, I mean DoubleJump.Tokyo, they're saying ETH fees were way too high for us to onboard enough new people. We need a cheaper option. I'll keep you updated. And next piece of news for NFT cryptocurrency project RedFox. They have just introduced Rfox Vault, which is an out-of-this-world immersive commercial experience. So this is very new. They literally just revealed this morning, I believe. And if we take a look right at the website, as they describe themselves, Rfox Vault is a fully immersive discovery shopping and retail experience that combines gaming elements and forms its own standalone metaverse. Super interesting. I think of this sort of like a sandbox or like a Decentraland, only it appears they're trying to really bridge the real world with the virtual world with these marketplaces and with these e-commerce options, coupled with the capacity to transition traditional commercial enterprises into a virtual ecosystem built upon unique NFTs that emulate real-world economies. So they'll have shop fronts, billboards, art, games, meeting places, and many other offerings that are only subject to the imagination of Rfox Vault pioneers. This is their teaser video that they put out this morning. Great music, which I don't know if I can play, but it does look interesting. And obviously, this will inevitably benefit Rfox holders. The Rfox token will be the universal currency for settlement within Rfox Vault, and merchants will initially receive Rfox from sales that they do, but do have the option to automate settlement back into their local fiat currencies. Very, very cool. Effectively, the Rfox Vault is unique in that it is a central hub building the foundation of virtual world economies with limitless possibilities. Let me know your thoughts on Rfox Vault. And by the way, I've had no contact with the company. I did have a friend who was so excited about this. He actually sent me some Bitcoin and he was like, hey, you guys got to cover this on your next video. And it looked cool. So I'll have to do more digging because it does appear that they have a new set of tokenomics and there will be a new token as well associated with this. So they have Rfox, they also now have VFox. And in the frequently asked questions, it appears that both Rfox and VFox will be a part of this ecosystem. Pretty cool. Let me know what you think down below. Next piece of news for Cake token, and of course their native platform, PancakeSwap. PancakeSwap widens Binance Smart Chain's lead over Ethereum on transactions. And the news is sort of in the headline here that BSC right now has more transactions than Ethereum, and a Uniswap competitor, PancakeSwap, is one of the most used dApps on Binance Smart Chain. Here is actually two different charts that I found really interesting. First is not transactions, but it's addresses. Ethereum versus Binance Smart Chain active addresses. And we can see nice steady growth for Ethereum and parabolic growth for BSC. And then basically a very similar chart for transactions. This is Ethereum, very nice and steady. Binance Smart Chain, parabolic. Now, two things of note to mention. Number one, it's interesting that both of these Ethereum network activity metrics are only just starting to surpass the peak of last cycle, 2017, and growth doesn't yet seem parabolic, indicating for Ethereum there may still be a lot of room to grow. What does this tell us about Binance Smart Chain? Well, meanwhile, BSC activity is on a monster parabolic rise with no sign of stopping. It's apparent that while the pie is growing in general, BSC is capturing the lion's share of the new retail entrants. Now, some people are claiming that this must be fake. How can this be real when Ethereum is the main breadwinner and we're seeing what looks like healthy growth on ETH and explosive yet a bit unstable growth for BSC? And I'm not sure. We'll have to keep tabs on this and see if either one of these keeps going or levels out. I thought this was interesting perspective looking on Google Trends, that for those claiming that most of PancakeSwap's activity, which is on BSC, is fake, it's now being Googled over 3 times more than Uniswap, likely driven by the TikTok meme coin mania. So PancakeSwap is in the blue and Uniswap is in the red. Obvious, big difference. Give me your thoughts down below in the comment section. We'll have to see. We will have to keep tabs on both the Ethereum ecosystem and the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem. Give me your thoughts. And next piece of news just announced from Launchpad platform TrustSwap, 6 new cryptocurrencies are about to be launched in the next 32 days off the TrustSwap Launchpad. We will have to do more research on these individual projects. I believe I have heard of this one. Either way, just cool to see different, newer projects finding value in the projects we've talked about implementing. As a reminder on what makes TrustSwap as a launchpad different, there's no gas wars, so ETH fees won't push the little guy out. It's not a rush. It's not a rush in as fast as you can. There's a 12-hour application window, and of course, no whitelisting and cross-chain compatible. Cool. Give me your thoughts down below if any of these specific projects intrigue you. That is the video. Great day to be involved in cryptocurrency. Like always, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.